Hello everybody, I'm the Meatbox, and today I'm welcoming you to this new series. This is Ship Kids. I'm basically taking ships from shows that I like and turning what their kids might look like if, a bit of quirks are involved, because there are some, guy on guy, girl on girl ships in My Hero Academia. Um, the series will contain ships that I both don't ship, do ship, and in between, because I like to represent everybody here. Everyone's got separate opinions, and that's okay. One more thing too is that I'm sorry for the bad microphone quality. It's my laptop mic for right now because I don't really want to invest in one yet. Otherwise being said, hope you guys enjoy the explanations. Good day. So this right here that I'm drawing, this first special boy, is a ship that I personally ship, so that's what I wanted to do first. This is the TodoDeku child. This is TodoDeku. Now, TodoDeku is male. He is 15 and a current first year at UA. In UA, I'd envision him in Class 1A, he's got two strong hero dads. He'd probably want to follow in their strong footsteps, I'd like to think. I've given him Deku's green eyes, Deku's freckles, and with his hair, instead of doing the green and white people do for like their own versions of like TodoDeku kids, I did like the watermelon, the green and red and all that jazz. His quirk is Ice Storm. Now I'm gonna get in a little bit of a tangent right here explaining his quirk because there's a lot to be said about quirks. So Ice Storm, he did not inherit his father's fire quirk. It just didn't happen. It's kind of symbolized and cut away from himself, from his dad Endeavor, and moving on and becoming the father that he wants to be. So yeah, symbolism. And of course he can't inherit all for one. Is it all for? No, one for all. He can't inherit one for all because it's not a genetic thing, I don't think Deku would give that up to his son, I feel like he'd keep that for a while to retain his hero status. So with Ice Storm, he can pretty much take the moisture from around the air like Todoroki does to make his eyes. I think that's how they describe it. Anyways, he takes it and he can pretty much like fragment it more and use it as projectiles. So he kind of just makes these like little ice spheres and chucks them at people. Within Class 1A, I'd envision he's a decent student, around maybe. No, Todoroki's pretty smart, isn't he? He's not like Todoroki, but he's not like Kaminari, He has kind of like, without having the fire quirk though, he really has a firecracker personality. Like, yeah, hero, let's go. Like Hiroshima, yeah, like Hiroshima, the strong, yeah, manly stuff, heroes. All those buzzwords. I feel like he'd also want to be like the stereotypical hero, save all, do good things. Villains, you're doing bad things, you can't do that, that's illegal. I feel like you'd have like a really happy childhood because Todoroki and Deku being dads, I feel like they'd want to be the best dads they could ever be because neither of them really had positive, father roles in their lives. We never got to see Deku's father and Todoroki's dad. Well, I don't think I have to explain why Endeavor's a bad person. Come on. I feel like Deku would also be like, yo, All Might things. So he'd probably have a big obsession with like All Might and stuff, something he could share with Deku too. There's those certain things people share with their parents, like draw memories. Like I watch Umbrella Academy with my mother, and that's like our thing. So I feel like him and Toby would watch All Might things and think it's really cool that his dad inherited All Might's quirk and all that jazz. Trying to think of anything else that would be really important to mention. Did I mention he has Deku's freckles because his little mask on his face there doesn't really provide any purpose because, well, he still gets cold with his quirk. He just doesn't care as much. That's like his one downfall, is that he doesn't really care about his own physical well-being like Deku, break all your limbs. So he does get really cold, but he has those like little gauntlets on his legs, his chest straps, I guess you could call that, and his forearms that have heaters built into them. But still, your upper arms are gonna get cold, buddy. But he don't care. And that shirt he's wearing, that like tank top shirt he's wearing, I'd like to think it's made out of like a woolen material for warmth. Because unlike Endeavor and stuff, he'd get, instead of burnt, he'd get frostburned. Frostbite? Frostbite. So here I am just writing out all of his information, the TodoDeku kid. I cut out all the age stuff like later on, but he's once again 15 because I think they'd be 15 in their first year. I don't really know how Japanese schooling works. Okay, moving on. This is, sorry, I got my little notes here. This is Nori Midoriya, the sweet little IzuOcha. IzuOcha? I don't know. I'm not used to ship names of Deku without having the, like, you know, TodoDeku, Bakudeku, all that, but like IzuOcha, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry. Nori is a male. He's also 15. I feel like he'd be in class 1A, but like one of those students, like, how did they get into class 1A? There's people in class B that are better. Ojiro, oh no, Hagakure. Hagakure is like, quirk's good, but this isn't gonna talk about Hagakure though. Nori has Ochako's eye color, Deku's hair color, but like more of a desaturated tone. You'll see it later once the colors are filling in. I also gave him Ochako's little rosy cheek things because I feel like those are just so iconic to her. And not every Deku kid's gonna have his freckles because I feel like that gets really redundant, you know? Same with like, you know, Todoroki hair and everything. Not every Todoroki child's gonna have that split hair. At least I hope so for my designs. Yell at me if I start doing that down the line. So his quirk is hover feet because I feel like he wouldn't fully inherit his mother's quirk. So pretty much he has really good balance and kind of float upward and fly. Kind of fly? Yeah, he can fly. But it does give limitations because his feet are pretty much exposed, so he can use all that because he doesn't really get the hand pats that Ochako gets. And Ochako kind of floats her body, but like it's easier for Nori because his only source of flotation is within his feet. So I feel like they'd be that general, like, yo, I like world peace. And like also the gets really sad when a villain confronts him and probably cries a lot. You know, cause Deku. A lot of people hate like using Hogwarts houses to like show personality traits, but they'd probably be a Hufflepuff, you know? You know, the stereotypical Hufflepuff, like, let's be friends. Yeah. But, you know, won't be afraid to smack someone across the head like Ochako, because, like, having Ochaka as your mom, you would take nothing, you know? I feel like he'd be a bit closer to his mom, hence as you're seeing here, I'm basing the colors off of Ochako's hero costume and everything. It really fits him. The sunshine bean, you know, he doesn't really have like any fragile masculinity. He loves the color pink. It's his favorite thing. So kind of just based him around that. He'd be not so close to Deku, I feel like. I don't know why I get that feeling. I just feel like with being hero jobs and everything, maybe it'd be like a little bit absent. Just a little bit, but moving on. This is Nico Aizawa, an EraserJoke kid. Personally, I do not ship EraserJoke. I'm sorry. It's cute. It's cute. Nothing against it. I feel like she'd go to UA, but wouldn't necessarily be in one of the big classes, just like somewhere. I aged her at 17, so she's, you know, in her later years. She has her Miss Joke's green hair, and I gave her dad's gray eyes. Forget if I gave her like bags, because I feel like I give her bags under her eyes a little bit. Her quirk is Dementor, and yes, it's based off Harry Potter. You know how Dementors kind of suck the life out of you? Well, what's Miss Joke's quirk? You know, she makes people laugh. What's Aizawa's quirk? He erases everything. So she pretty much erases all joy from anything and everything she can. So it's really good, like, confronting villains, because it pretty much just slumps them into this deep depression where they can't get up, I guess. That's kind of how I'd see it. So, but she is a really joyful person. She gets that from her mother, I think, as... Personally, I feel like if Miss Joke and Aizawa would ever have a child, it'd be, like, an oops. And probably live with Miss Joke, because I can't see Aizawa as a serious father, except for, like, you know, his adopted kid, Shinso. You can't tell me Shinso is not, like... He's got enough... He's a teacher, okay? He's got enough kids to look after than his own. That's horrible. I'm sorry. I feel like she'd get extra tired though, you know, that kind of constant fatigue that her dad has. So whenever she's done doing her Dementorness, she's like, it's nap time. um, yeah, so she likes her mom more. So I kind of base her with like the bright colors in her hero costume, and but she does have like little gray flaps to represent her dad. Because she also puts her hair up because like I think she'd like that more. I feel like ironically though she'd idolize Midnight. Like it kind of gave her like a little bit of a shorter skirt. She's got that kind of racy looking leotard and everything because she wants to entrance people. Would be like, yo, a cute. It's like, ha! I erased everything from you, and they're like, no. Can you tell her like John Mulaney? I've been using. I'm talking like him a little bit. So Nico, did I call her Nico? Nico. I'm so sorry. I don't know what else to say about her. She's just a sunshine gal. So I gave her that like sunshine yellow color. I was gonna give her the orange, but I didn't think it fit well with her. Just like it's not her mom. She shouldn't. She's not her mom. She shouldn't have to, base all of her colors off of that. In school wise, I feel like she'd be oddly like really smart. You know, the stereotypical helpful person's usually like the not smart one. So I think she'd be like kick butt at all the tests. Maybe not so good at like the sports festival aspect, but she tries. A plus for effort. Well, we're wrapping up to a close. Let me know if you have any suggestions in the comments below. Bye now.